Hi guys, good morning. So I just wanted to talk about a topic that I've been noticing for forever actually, for years. But I think it's very important, and it's what I call I've written it down because my memory is really shit. I call it DIY psychic attack. It's a bit like, I don't know, DIY plastic surgery, where, you know, people, because people did a lot of like victim programming, and people, especially people who really have been through a lot of shit. So yeah, you have been victimized, this is true, you have been, but if you want to heal, you're gonna have to start to disentangle yourself from the belief that this is who you are and this is how you will always be, because it's not serving you at all. And I know this from experience because I have a lot of it and I'm really working through it, but it's very addictive. Anyway, what the fuck? Oh, there's a dog with a glow-in-the-dark jacket on. Wow. Well, this is kind of a good thing. This is kind of leading me into something here. Right. Now, don't look at me. I'm just here. Ooh. Oh, go away, goats. Oh, that looks pretty fucking cool, though. Look, do you want to see it? Oh. Well, maybe you saw that, and maybe you didn't. But anyway. Right, so here it is. DIY psychic attack. So there's this guy, and he's got this YouTube channel, and on which, by the way, he makes exacerbated claims as to the state of his own consciousness being very high and very expensive. And then he goes and does something as stupid as that. So he has this cat, which is a rescue cat, and every year these people that he got the rescue cat from take all their rescue cats to the shopping mall, where they dress them up, I kid you fucking not, in silly outfits like, I don't know, fucking Shakespearean themes or Robin Hood themes or whatever, right? Take them down there and then take pictures of them. I mean, haven't these cats been through enough? But anyway, no, we have to dress this cat up as, I don't know, fucking Judy Garland with her red shoes. There's no place like home, there's no place like home. Yeah, fucking hey, I bet that cat's there thinking exactly that, clicking his little rat paws. There's no place like home, meow, there's no place like home, meow. Anyway, so this guy does that with his cat every year, and this cat's in the backseat of his car, obviously resisting every inch of the way, meowing, howling, scratching, because contrary to what people believe, right, animals are very smart and they do have memories and do know exactly what's going on, because my cats do, they always know exactly what's going on. Like, you know, this is just the way it is. Animals are very smart and they're just as smart as us and they know exactly what's going on. So basically, then he does a video about it on his YouTube channel, and he goes on about how, oh, everything that day went horribly wrong. I mean, my cat was really out of sorts, my car broke down, and then I had to do this and I had to do that, and ooh, splutter, splutter, splutter. And I'm like, mate, it's all of your own doing. Because he was going on about how that meant he was being psychically attacked by the forces of darkness were after him, and, you know, after his cat, or his cat was possessed and being used by the Archons against him. And it's like, no mate, no, it's your own fault. You're a fucking idiot, right? And this is what I call DIY psychic attack, because don't we all do it? I mean, much as I thought the guy was a complete tosser for treating his cat like that, this cat also thinks he's a complete tosser, and he's probably moved to the neighbour's house now, where he won't get dressed up as Shakespeare every year, and where he gets beluga caviar instead of fucking cheap nasty crunchies and whatnot. No, we all do this. We all DIY psychic attack people. It's our own inner darkness, that victim-y darkness, the very addictive shit, you know, like the addiction to, oh, nothing ever works out for me and I'm so shit. I had it a lot yesterday and it was really strong, and I kept dropping stuff, and I kept making things more difficult than they strictly had to be. So I've got this thing going on with PayPal at the moment because I bought something and I thought it was coming from Germany. It wasn't, it was coming from China, and when it arrived it was a complete and utter piece of shit. So I got really angry. You know, and then I got in touch with PayPal, and then they said, well, either you handle it or we handle it for you, and I decided to let them handle it, and it was all just like absolute nightmare, you know, because again, this is kind of DIY psychic attack, because I didn't have to buy it. Something told me, don't buy this, it's not going to be what it looks like, but I bought it anyway. So then all that shit ensued. Then all that crap's going on, and then I instead of sitting back and letting it go, I decided to make it even more difficult by calling PayPal, and I ended up speaking to some guy from Hack. They all sound like this, don't they? Hello, my name is can I help you? It's like, fuck are you? What? It sounds like you're speaking to, I don't know, like you've gone to a fucking a night of mediumship with Madame Zorgsky, and she's speaking to, I don't know, her guide. Hello, my name is... And it's just like that, you know, you think, wow, the table's going to move any minute now and ectoplasm is going to fill the room. But bloody hell, absolute bloody nightmare. And I'm there literally getting more and more upset. And I'm thinking, oh, I could do a video about this, because this is pretty much the same as what that guy did with his cat, and it's DIY psychic attack. It's like making things really difficult and then blaming the dark side for it. Now, they're guilty of a shitload of stuff, people. They are, there's no doubt about that. But, you know, we don't half make it difficult for ourselves and then say, look, it's the dark side done it to us. And no, it isn't, people. It's our own sabotagey, victim-y crap. That's what it is. And the sooner we see that and understand that, the better it is, truly, because then we can start to heal. We can start to, you know, release and heal and harmonize and alchemize and integrate and whatnot, all of that. These are just words, but you know, how else do you describe something that has never happened before, you know what I mean? Because we do it all the time, and it's like, no, there's no need for it, you know, there really isn't. It's just self-punishment, it's self-sabotage, but it really, and which we then blame on the dark side, and it really is just DIY psychic attack. That's what it is. So I thought I'd do a very quick video on that this morning, because I've noticed it. I've noticed myself doing it, and I've noticed just about everybody else doing it as well. And it's always projected outwards. There's always somebody else is doing it, you know, because when all's said and done, we have the power. And we can change our behavior based on how awake and aware we are. And the more we go through these purges, like we had yesterday and the day before, and no doubt today as well to an extent, yeah, the more we purge out that poison, the less mind controlled we will be. Now, this is true, you know, people, because clarity, understanding, all of that, but also seeing more and more how shittily we've been treated and allowed ourselves to be treated, right? All of that. Less mind control, more clarity, higher IQ. We become more intelligent. We regain our powers, you know, our magical powers. You see? See? So, I mean, there's all kinds of very interesting things happening, people, so it's definitely worth doing the work and just being really honest with ourselves about everything, you know, that we can do something about here and now, because it always helps us a great deal to take our power back in any which way that we can. And DIY psychic attack is something that I think we should really address, because we all do it, we really do. Yeah. Anyway, that's all for today, people.